The poll question, let's see where we stand. Coaches still winning. I shouldn't have put coaches on the list. That's what happens when you make the poll question at 4 a.m. and you're half asleep. That's what you get. Offensive tackles, that's running away with it. So more so than the receivers and quarterback. If you take coaches out of it, offensive tackles are getting the biggest brunt of this, which is interesting because the emails I was getting yesterday and what I saw on social media, this is all Nico. Nico's a bust. Nico needs to be benched. Him and his $8 million. They can't sit him because he's got that money. Sterling, as a quarterback, what's it do to you when you get sacked 3 times in the first half?
Well, it hurts. You get sore real fast. But you got to figure out what's causing the sacks.
Well, no, come back. Let me ask you this. Maybe it's nothing. I just know I used to watch Tom Brady a lot. And I'm guessing a lot of you folks watch Peyton Manning. When I'd see Tom Brady or Peyton Manning get hit 3 times in the first half, clock gets sped up. I don't think you look comfortable. That's why guys like Will here get paid big bucks in the NFL. So does it fluster you or no? Is that you shouldn't get flustered?
Well, it flusters you, but you never know what he's looking at. It could have been a delay in the route. It's a continuity with the receivers. You never know what causes the sacks. And sometimes it's just a great play by a guy like Will to get to you. You got to get the answers and. But it definitely hurts. I tell you right, you get sore real fast. And you don't want to be too sore in the first quarter when you got 3 more to go.
Watching Hurd and Campbell yesterday, I think I know what caused the sacks. Yeah. But it also didn't help. I didn't think that you had a lot of guys running wide open. But, Will, let me ask you. You were a defensive end. You're looking at this. What do you see you looking at the offensive line licking your chops? Or are you looking at Nico saying, oh, look at him holding on to that ball?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I look at both those things. I look at this as a great opportunity to get a lot of sacks because, one, you have a quarterback that holds it too long, right, and doesn't throw it away. So then when I look at that, I go, hey, I'm going to get an extra 1 or 2 seconds to go after this guy. Also, when I look at our offensive tackles, I go, Hurd, I'm rushing you from the outside because you're a little slow step off the edge, so I'm going to beat you off the edge. If I go against Campbell, I'm setting you up. 1 step upfield, and I'm coming back inside. That's how I'm going to beat you 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Because every time you looked at it, that's where he gets beat. So that's what I'm looking at. I got my game plan all ready for that group, and I go, hey, I come out of this game at least with 2 sacks. I got this.
You'd be making more NIL than Hurd or Campbell.
Oh, I wish.
Josh, we were talking just a second ago before we started. You made a great point about Nico, and he looked kind of uncomfortable the whole second half. He looked uncomfortable to me, but specifically on that last drive.
Yeah, I mean, the last drive's an opportunity. He's just made a big play, so credit there. He's put them in a position where he's able. Yeah, he spins out on the run and delivers the ball down the field. Yeah, that's why he's a 5-star, right?
Yeah.
But then first down throw is not what you want to Kitzelman, probably on the left sideline. Yeah. And then second down, he simply doesn't get the snap. And I don't think there was anything wrong with the snap. The ball fortunately landed in Dylan Sampson's arms where he's getting set to pass protect. Heads up play by Sampson. He has the ball in his hands, takes off, and picks up a few yards. But second down play, he just doesn't secure the football. The game could have ended right there. That ball could have popped out. Arkansas falls on it. And then, of course, 2 plays later, you have the ultimate mistake that's being talked about with no chance the ball going to the end zone. But a couple of plays there in the final drive where Nico has a chance to change this conversation and mistakes were made.
The bobble on the snap, Sterling, how much of that is him trying to look downfield before the ball's secured?
You got to secure the ball first. No play happens without securing the ball. And unfortunately, that happened. The blessing is that Dylan Sampson, being the incredible football player that he is, played football in that position and made a positive play.
He's looking at that defensive line going, where's this next guy going
to hit me from? That's what I'm thinking for. Thank you for the answer.
Well, I never thought like that.
That comes back
as
to the
a quarterback,
line.
I never thought like that.
He's thinking about pressure that's coming.
Yeah, he absolutely is thinking about
He has
pressure's
to be.
coming. He's going, which of these guys is coming? And he's saying, who's on Campbell right now? 40? Oh, well, that's where the guys, I'm about to get hit on that side. That's where they're sitting.
And I think he's also, trying to figure, all right, where's it coming from? And where am I going to throw this thing? I got 3 guys, and none of them get open. Where am I going to take my Garantano helmet and the chest shot from? Yeah, I think he looked jittery there, bobbling that thing.
You guys really think he thought about that while the ball was en route to his hands?
I think
he's thinking about something.
I think he's.
What do you think he was thinking about? I don't want to catch it?
No, he definitely wanted to catch it. This was a fluke play, I believe. That's what I believe.
Okay,
As a quarterback.
I think you see. I think you see more of the. I didn't see that fluke play like that against Kent State. I didn't see that against Chattanooga. I see it when you've been hit 4 times by that point. That's when I see those kind of things.
And you know, those are facts. But you know, I gotta believe he's those are facts.
You.
But no, as a football player in that moment, I don't think he was thinking about those things that you guys have mentioned. That's just my opinion as a quarterback.
No. There you go. As a quarterback. Let me ask you this then, as a quarterback. Do you think this is a guy who doesn't throw bad interceptions? He hadn't thrown really where you sit there and go, boy, that was a stupid throw. What was he looking at? He overthrew a guy for an interception at NC State. Another one was batted up when he was hitting the hand. That wasn't his fault. Is he too cautious with the football? Could that be leading to he's holding on the ball? I don't want to put it and get this thing in the wrong hands. That's a tight window. I don't know. Is there any chance, Sterling, that he's being too cautious with where he's going because he doesn't want to make turnovers?
And that's a possibility. That could be very much be a possibility, John P. And you know, and I always speak about this in every show. You know, offense is all continuity. You know, passing game is continuity. He's got guys out there that was playing yesterday that he hadn't had much playing time, many reps with. And in that moment when they have a team like Arkansas playing very good football, you know, in my opinion, I'm going to take a sack before I take an interception.
Well, he's definitely doing that.
No interception, though, baby. No interception. No turnovers. A couple of seconds prior, no turnovers. And we were in position to potentially win that game because of no turnovers.
Well, that's the thing. You are at one. If Taylon Green hits a couple of guys, you're not in position. But as it turned out, you were in position to win that game. One throw into the end zone, you win it. Josh, I'll let you finish this segment.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's questioning why he was a 5-star in terms of his skill set. Has anybody seen anything that he can do physically and said, no, that was a misevaluation? I think that's right. His athleticism, his arm talent, all of that. But now you've had the loss. The numbers aren't there. Pressure can mount. Fair, not fair. The NIL stuff will come up in conversation. Yeah. So that's one of the next tests for him, for Tennessee, is they have a loss. Margin for error is thin because of the playoff aspirations. So now part of what Nico has to deal with is some negativity that will come toward him and how he deals with that while they try to improve as an offense too.
Good point.
All right. Next segment. This is fun. I've talked to a couple offensive linemen about that, including one who played last year. You might have seen him discuss it on our Saturday kickoff show. That would be Ollie Lane. When we come back, let's talk about Tennessee on the road. Let's talk about Tennessee tempo. Is this offense? Remember a couple of years ago, Justin Hamilton, when they're tearing it up, he's saying, well, it's still a simple offense. Okay. Is it too simple when the tempo isn't working? Come on back. We'll discuss.